What?
Damn, Coquito, where you found this? EUWF exclusive. Featuring CJ Wolfie, For Real Terrell, Cardi M, and Alice Coquito. Welcome.
Okay. Oh, the Mike Broski.
Yeah, still don't hear you.
I thought my Bluetooth was acting up.
No, okay, we heard him.
Yeah, I can hear you guys too.
Yeah. Like, we can't hear Alex.
Yeah, we don't hear Alex at all. It was just working a minute ago. Trust us.
Do.
All right. Can you hear us now?
Yeah, we hear you
Oh,
now.
yeah.
And I can't hear you guys. Oh, come on, guys.
Can you hear us?
Oh, my
I can hear
God. Sorry about
everybody.
that, ladies and gentlemen. We have technical difficulties.
Oh.
In the time being, give me a second. I'm just going to put this right now that passed the time. Thank you.
I'm taking over one city at a time. Evolve is the brand and it is the best of all time. Got my friends with me, so you know it's time to unwind. We gon' show you how to do it. This is the way we climb to the top, not stop. It won't be a drop, cause I'm here to save the day and we will never flop. So just turn it up a notch, yeah. It's evolving by.
I just realized.
Okay, and we're back. Can you guys hear me better?
Yeah, we hear you.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah,
sorry,
we-
headphone malfunctions.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the beginning, the recap, and how they talked about last week the Fatal 4-Way. Great Fatal 4-Way at the end. And then the beginning with all these people coming out, but I had to make this fucking banner, and I didn't want to make this fucking banner, but I have to because of continuity. I think I did. No, I didn't. Yay! I didn't do it. Actually, no. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. All right. The Vanity Project come out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
That's how we all feel about it.
Everyone,
We all know.
everyone minus Zeta Steel dressed up with the same shirts. Kind of a weird type of shirt, but still shirts.
Yeah.
They're all coming
Frat
out.
boys at the beach.
Frat boys at the beach. They're all coming out all dapper and such. I hated this freaking thing so much, ladies and gentlemen, because it was
Yes.
so fucking
They know they're
stupid.
the heels. They know.
But they talk about Jackson Drake. He talks about Finn Balor. He talks about Buddy Rogers being the first of everything. I did like that. That was actually pretty freaking cool.
He even brought up Seth Rollins.
Yeah,
Hey,
they did. But we bring up Ricky Smokes. Peter Rosenberg says Ricky Smokes is a joke. I did like that because he was just dancing around like a dumbass. I'm going off the notes. I'm going off the notes based on Terrell right here. Made a triumphant entrance. Ricky Smokes grabbed the mic and declared, "We told you so." Brad Baylor said that we got Jackson Drake, the most powerful, most strongest champion right now. We are the best the tag champions. Zeta Steel is the best women's champion. Not bringing up Bryce Donovan, by the way. Anyway, that just putting that out there. And
Yeah, they said, okay,
Yeah.
they listed everybody in the group, like, oh, we've got the best man. And I assumed they were talking about
Bryce,
Oh, no, the champion.
the champion,
No,
yeah,
they were
but
talking about Drake. Yeah.
they're talking about Jackson Drake. Yeah,
So, like, they never, and then they said, we've got Zeta Steel, we've got the best tag team.
no Bryce.
Nothing about Bryce.
Nothing about
Nothing
Bryce,
about-
who, again, ladies and gentlemen, all he does now after he had one match, just does this.
I just assume because he's injured because he had a hand brace on his hand for a while.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, I never
Maybe
noticed
he's
that.
been resting because he injured. But I'm pretty sure he should be good to go by now.
Yeah. Good
At
point.
least get some matches in.
He needs to.
You be forgotten.
You know what's funny?
That's the sad part. He
Yeah.
like didn't say anything for weeks, introduced himself, and then disappeared again.
Yeah.
But since episode 1 to 15, there has been like 3 or 4 people that we've never seen before. We haven't seen that anymore. We haven't seen the cowboy guy. We haven't seen Holloway. We saw
Hayes,
Draco.
Aaron.
Oh, you still there?
Audio.
And we're back.
Okay, we hear you. I hear you.
And we're back. So audio's maybe messed up today, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
After all that, we haven't seen any of those guys. We haven't even seen Trill London.
Mm-mm.
No.
Oh yeah,
One
with
match,
the football player. Yeah,
He had two. He had two
Yeah.
at the very beginning. Yeah.
at the very beginning. So I mean, let's start it off. CJ Wolfie Terrell, what are your thoughts on the Vanity Project promo? And before we get to Lince Dorado, because it doesn't really matter, but before we get to Lince Dorado, and I'm a Puerto Rican, and I mean that. What are your thoughts on the Vanity Project promo?
It was kind of corny. It was cringe. And then they talking about they stand deliver tag champs and stuff like that. I'm like, y'all going too far on this. Like, y'all, just slow down. But yeah, it alright. I give it a C.
Okay.
Yeah.
Terrell?
I'm gonna give it an F.
Yeah.
And the reason why I'm giving it an F is because, first of all, Bryce Donovan looks so out of place.
Mm-hmm.
He look like he's just there, like
Mhm.
he's on autopilot. And if you ask me, Bryce Donovan actually, if he's even if he's injured, I feel like he should have been placed with Wendy Chu.
But they
He could have been her manager.
Oh,
At this
yeah.
point, like his aura is gone. So
Yeah.
when we first used to see him, he used to stand out.
Yeah.
Now he just look like a dude that's just there. That's like putting Drew McIntyre with Chase U.
Yeah. Well, now
You know how weird
Yeah.
weird that would look.
Yeah, you know what? I have to press the
I
button.
mean,
That's true.
yeah. No, I mean,
It
I've
wouldn't-
always
it
said,
wouldn't
yeah, go
make
ahead.
sense. So like
Yeah.
I love Jackson Drake as champion. I do. But even with him, the Vanity Project is swipe right, Zeta Steel. As heels, they're good. But they some goofies. On my mama,
Yeah.
they some goofies, bro. And like I don't
Yeah.
like Jackson Drake. I don't like Jackson Drake being paired with them. It's cool and all, but mainly Bryce Donovan needs to be placed somewhere else. And I feel like he needs to be alongside Wendy Chu, even if he's just injured, he's not performing. I just feel like they should do something different with him. Hell, I don't even care if he was Harlem Lewis manager. I don't care if he was we don't really know the thing with Keanu Carver, but
Yeah.
I just feel like he could just real deal be just like, man, fuck Vanity Project, bro.
I know. But again, thank you, man. Thank you. Cardi M, your thoughts on Vanity Project?
Okay, I will say this about Bryce Donovan. I've always said about him that he gives like Orange Cassidy vibes. Like I would like to see that
Right.
version of him versus once he started talking, he played the same like like crazy character that like
Yeah.
all the other big guys are playing. And with like I don't know how to mimic it. I'm not gonna try, but you get what I'm saying. So I would like to see him as a different character. Maybe that's why, like, once he came out and like debuted, and they saw the reaction to that, they're like, okay, just, sorry, even in the crowd itself, because obviously they only have that to go off of. But yeah, overall, I give it an F for fuckboys. Obviously,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's all there is to say about Swipe Right.
I mean, it's true, dude. EOD 33 Wrestling Hub. What are your thoughts on the Vanity Project? And I can say a whole bunch of derogatory, but I'm not saying that right now.
All right.
What's your thoughts?
I guess as the resident Vanity Project apologist on the panel, and I guess everywhere. Okay, I'm not going to say it was an A. It was not an A. To me, for all the reasons y'all hated it, was the reason why I loved it. To me, they felt like the anti-whatever Seth Rollins group is going to call themselves. They had the all white on. They were just douchebags. Okay, the Bryce Donovan thing, I do agree with you guys. It's like, why is he there? I didn't get it. At first, when he came out there, they were going to make him like a Damian Priest type person or just in charge of the VIP area. And after the Thatcher match, I think that was the last time we saw him actually do anything. And so he just seems out of place. Zeta Steel, maybe they could get somebody else to make that role, but I get it. But Swipe Right and Jackson Drake, I liked it. Like you said, the promo that Drake gave was good, naming all the people's like, and for all you guys, like he said, he's the first ever. You can't swipe left on that, so y'all can hate the segment all y'all want, but he's still the first champion. But it was cringy. But I think it's supposed to be that way. And I like the all white that they had on because it's just like the they look like they just got it from the store. Just put it on, hey, let's match or whatever. They weren't even really matching, but they all have white. So I liked it. I gave it like a B. A solid B is what I give it. Because it did what it was supposed to do.
Okay. I haven't given my rating yet. I give the rating of just. You know what? There's not even a button. You know what? This is the button for this.
Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying?
I'm the Robert Stone in the group, I guess. Like, Swipe Right.
But I'm like,
it's okay, EOD.
Oh wait, hold on. Before we get to the next thing, the one thing that they did say that I walked into, I didn't even realize. Hold on, let me get my notes up. Let's see what it says. And the thing is, when you perform like as good as we do, better than the whole Evolve roster, when you look as good as we do, it's honestly like it's not even really bragging. It's not even being like totally extra. It's actually a name for it. Jackson tell him. And then Jackson said it's called the Vanity Project. I did like that.
That
was pretty suave. Yes,
that was pretty cool.
I walked into that one.
It was smooth. It was smooth.
Yeah.
But I mean, you right though, EOD. Like you right. Like they did exactly what they were supposed to do. That was to piss us off. Like they did their job. They did. I ain't gonna lie. But Jackson Drake, you're not the first Evolve champion. You're the first televised champion.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. He's the first televised champion.
Yeah. I will say one thing.
WWE.
What's good?
Default.
That is a good point about the Seth Rollins group because now that you mention it, they are kind of the antithesis. Because Seth Rollins group is like playing the hero, whereas like Swipe Right and the Vanity Project doesn't pretend to be the hero.
No, okay.
It's like we're the shit.
I can even give you a better description because I'm old enough. Rollins' group is a CW group, and Vanity Project is Dawson's Creek from the WB.
What?
Wow.
Like that's
to be.
I don't want to wait.
What do you say?
Yeah.
For this shit to be
that.
over. All right, that's how it is.
Yeah.
I'm old enough. Next up, Lince Dorado is in the back. He puts his mask on. He's like, Vanity Project. I know that you three guys, and I love that even Lince Dorado only counts Brad, Ricky, and Jackson.
They didn't mention him.
They didn't say 4. He said 3. All 3 of you guys, I gotta find 2 partners to go against them. Like, and they did the hand thing. Wow. I'm like, all right, what the fuck ever Lince Dorado got?
You gotta get him to you like Mr. Iguana so much. I mean,
Mr. Iguana is the next Joe Hendry. Joe Hendry better watch the fuck out.
Lince Dorado, he's a cat.
Okay, he's the mystery opponent. Mr. Iguana, Vice President, 2028. All right, let's go. Let's go. We got something better than anything else, really.
All right.
After that, we have a High Ryze promo in the back because it's all 3 of them. Wes Lee says that, people compared Cappuccino Jones to him, and he's like, huh? Oh hell no! He ain't nothing like me, and everything else. Just a lot of noise. Adjust the hype around Cappuccino Jones branding themselves as the genuine article. Now, flip that. Cappuccino Jones and Jack Cartwheel fired up. The pot is just hot, and I'm ready to boil. Did a lot of coffee jokes. Like, don't sleep on me. Everything else, coffee, Starbucks. And I love that in the fun fact, He considers himself a star
Yeah.
to bring in the Bucks.
But yep.
Yeah.
That's all they like. Y'all okay? See what y'all doing trying to do.
That was 4D chess right there, motherfuckers. That was 4D chess. I
I
love
will
that shit.
also,
Yes.
his name makes sense given that he's from like Coffeesville, Kansas or something.
Coffeeville, Kentucky.
Kentucky.
Wow.
There you go.
You can't forget that fucking place.
I was like, wow.
Is that real? Like Coffeeville, Kentucky?
It's
Oh,
real
yeah,
to me.
I looked it up
It's
again.
real to me. Now,
Let's go.
Dang.
we get after that a very weird match. Layla Diggs and Mason Holiday versus Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons. Now, I didn't get that many clips because again, I want to test the waters of Tubi so we can get away with it. But I did get this. We get to see a visual and an audio of two things. Now let's listen to Robert Stone and Peter Rosenberg talk about Layla Diggs and everything else. I think I have it right about here. Okay, thank you. I love that other Peter Rosenberg said, "Don't do that again." He does that again later on. Yeah. Two things. Nikita Lyons trying to be the main attraction. She's like telling them, "I got you. I can twerk too." Then Zeta Steel being a dumb white bitch from the fucking valley, trying to do what they were doing and failing miserably. I'll put that out there. This was a really good match. Not so much for Mason, way more for Layla. We'll put that out there. Layla was doing flips to the outside of the ropes and inside of the ropes. She did a nice little cartwheel to a shoulder tackle into the ropes. Mason Holiday was getting dominated by Nikita and Zeta Steel for a long period of time. I did like that in the beginning of the match between Mason and Nikita, they were doing a twerk off match. Mason had her hand and then she did a twerk. So like Nikita slapped it. And I hate saying this because D-Walk and Joe would love this shit. But I just noticed I'm like, I got a butt too. And Nikita's like, I got a butt too. So they're just going back and forth.
There was a lot of butt stuff in
There
this
were a lot of
match.
butt.
I'm sorry.
Hold up. I have to press the
the
button.
I can list it. There was the part where like Nikita like tried to do a blocker move like with her ass. Excuse my language.
Yes.
And then there was a tag where like Zeta like again Nikita stuck her ass out for Zeta to tag her on it. I was just, anyways, that's all I'm gonna say.
It was, but here's the funny part. Thank you for the notes by Terrell and CJ Wolfie. Layla Diggs really loves Booker T. They called it out. She did the scissor kick and did it kind of felt like a Swerve Strickland. You know that kick that he kind of just like sideways and like kicks him. You noticed that too, CJ, right? That when she did the scissor kick, she didn't do the scissor kick. She did the scissor kick, but then tilted her leg and just hit her in the back of the fucking head. Just
it looked nice too.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Kick. That was an awesome kick.
That was an awesome kick. 4-2. 4-2. Yeah. 4-2. So I want to put that out there. Layla, copy Swerve Strickland. That's okay to copy if you want to do that. Because you have the height to kind of like aim at someone's back of the head. I love that shit. Sorry, it might give concussions, but such is life. And tag team composition, I'm sorry, open up. And near the finish, Chantal Moreau came out of fucking nowhere. Don't know why.
Yeah.
Don't know why. Here's the point I want to say don't know why. Because Chantal and Layla were like, yo, Chantal is a little crash out right now, but let her calm the fuck down, and you can see how she really is. So Chantal has nowhere, and they've been supporting her. They haven't been shitting on her. They're like, she's our friend. She's a little crazy right now, but
they're not even calling her crazy. They're saying, oh, she's like not being herself.
Yeah,
you know.
And that's like, okay, so Chantal comes out. They almost lose. Then she's talking to fucking Layla, and Layla's not noticing that Zeta Steel pushed her to the ropes. Nikita to the kick to the head, knocked her out for the 1, 2, 3. And they were saying before we get to the end of the match, they were saying by Peter Rosenberg that Zeta Steel, if you want to call yourself the woman of NXT, I mean not NXT of Evolve, and you are the WWE ID first ever prospect, you need to show out and get W's. Robert Stone's response was, no, she's thinking about the team and not about herself. And I laughed internally, and Peter Rosenberg laughed internally and said, that's some bullshit. Not saying bullshit, but I'm saying bullshit. Then at the end, she said that Zeta Steel was really trying to get it, but she needs to get a win. Boom, there goes a win. Straight up win, right? It connects to something later between Callie and Natalia because I didn't get the fucking memo on that. EOD Wrestling Hub 33, thoughts, rating, and more booty stuff that's leaking into Evolve.
To me, this was a good match. It started off slow, but then it got really good. For me, I didn't at first like Zeta. Still, I didn't know what. I guess I know she's the first ID because I keep talking about it and everything. But I was like watching the match, I'm like, why? At first, because I'm like, it didn't look like she was really doing anything, or when she was trying to do, it looked kind of slow, like last week's match at first. But then it kind of got rolling, and like Diggs, she was pretty good. I don't think I've seen her like, what was she like in the first like second episode or something? Yeah, it's been a while because I remember that flip thing on the rope that she did. But yeah, there was a lot of
Layla got murdered by Callie in the 3rd or 5th episode. Okay. Mason and Layla were used a lot in between the 7th and 10th episode as just bodies, and they were in a tag team and lost at a certain point.
Okay, yeah, so it's been a minute. But yeah, I did like the tag team at the top of of Nikita and Zeta. Yeah, a lot of Z's and S's. I have a list, but so kind of hard for me to say her name a lot.
Yeah,
I didn't realize at first they had on matching outfits until like a little bit later in the match. I'm like, oh, so they actually kind of look like a little tag team. Because it's a nice callback when she said, "Oh, I want to collab with you at some point with the Vanity Project and stuff." Now they're kind of tagging because they both hate Armstrong, so I like that. You're right about Mason Holiday. I thought Mason Holiday was going to be the one that was going to be the standout, but it turned out to be Layla Diggs, and Mason Holiday was on the receiving end of a lot of the beatdowns. So, and Chantel, I think what she came out was it kind of proved that no, I am who I am, or maybe she wants to be part of the cool kids. I don't know, because it was like kind of weird for her just to come out of nowhere to cause a distraction from them to win. But Nikita, they're gonna put some of these moves in the next video game. I don't know, some of those. Even they called it on commentary. They said, "Well, that was an interesting tag in." He's like, "I don't think I've ever tagged my partner in that way before." So I like that. So about B.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, B-. Wow. Okay. CJ Wolfie. I was about to call you Chantal. My bad. CJ Wolfie and Terrell. Thoughts and rating.
Yeah. I'm gonna get this match a B as well. The match actually was really good. I'm not gonna lie. Of seeing Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons work together, they actually worked together really well. As if they was just a regular tag team that you would see on a daily basis, on a weekly basis. They had some unique tag ins, the ass clap. And then it was one when the Kid Lyons was falling out the ring and Zeta Steel just tagged her foot and the referee saw it. Tag. And I was like, that's crazy. Yeah. She like
that still counts?
She was spirit. I think she was trying to spear somebody from coming in the ring.
Yeah.
And then Zeta Steel just saw her foot and was like, oh, and tagged her foot.
We taking foot, man.
Yeah.
So yeah, because it's the same way of say two.
It's a body part.
Beefing. Yeah. Two wrestlers are beefing and how they just tag themselves in, just tag them on the chest or it's my time to get in. It counts. It counts as long as the referee sees it. Hey, and they tagged in it counts. So yeah, their chemistry was really good. The match outfits was great. Zeta Steel don't think I'm kissing your ass, but I'm just saying. And then Mason Holiday, hey, I gotta give shout out to her because she was really taking some bumps. She really was. And her attire is always cool. They had a little fun fact that she paints her own attire. Which I thought was cool. Yeah, I thought was cool too. Yeah. But Layla Diggs definitely showed out.
She did.
And that scissors kick that I loved the scissor kick because I'm the type of person I love striker finishers and stuff like that. My favorite finisher being the Shining Wizard. My favorite finisher of all time is the Shining Wizard. And my second favorite is the Lie Detector. My third favorite is Clothesline from Hell. So the way she did the scissors kick, it reminds me of the extension of it reminded me of Alicia Fox.
Yeah.
When she did that spin, it had an R-Truth touch to it. It's damn, she just spent with it. And then Chantel, she came out there, she fucked up the win for them. Zeta Steel and Nikita got the win 1, 2, 3. So yeah, I'm definitely giving it a B. And commentary is always funny.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah, I get a B also. Yeah, I enjoy it. It was slow at first, then got a little bit better on it in the match. So yeah. I enjoy it, so I get B too.
Okay, I give it that.
Let's see
Cardi
what
M.
Zeta and the kid gonna do.
Yeah, and I want to say before I get to Cardi, I love the matching Layla and Mason and Nikita and Zeta.
That was
Mhm.
And thank you for that one unique. I do remember that visually. Like Mason kind of shoulder checked Nikita, which made her go out of the ring, and in that last second, Zeta had a choice, like let her ass get kicked or actually tag in as a tag partner, and she tagged her foot. It's again still fucking counts. It's very unique in wrestling, but it actually is pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, they were definitely being unique in this episode.
Okay, so I Cardi M go.
Yes. My first notes for the match was so much dancing ?
Yeah.
Because like I mean it was Nikita Lyons and then the two girls came out with the number, which that was cute.
Yeah.
Nikita Lyons always kind of makes me laugh when she comes in to Evolve because she feels like too big for Evolve in the sense that like she's used to like a big crowd reaction and like I'm the spotlight, I'm the star, and then it's just you come to this like small venue at Evolve and I don't know, it just doesn't feel the same. And then the high like the
high yaw punches.
Yeah, that shit just gets me
every time. Every fucking time.
Now Zeta Steel, that was for Nikita Lyons. Zeta Steel, I'm giving her she's earning my respect a little bit. Just because in her like fun fact, it said that she's told her parents she wanted to be a wrestler when she was 12.
Yeah.
So she's been working at this for some time now. So I respect that. And she's getting there. She's a decent wrestler. It's just the gimmick and the group she's in that makes you judge. But like her wrestling by itself she's decent. And I think she has potential. As for Mason and Layla, they were good. I honestly, with the way the match was going, I was expecting them to win. Just because like Mason was taking all the hits, and I kind of figured Layla was going to come in at the end and like take the win. And I thought that would be awesome. So like Layla obviously did show out, but they're trying to bring us Nikita and Zeta as a tag team, and I don't mind it because they are very similar. So.
Rating
B across the board.
First off, for Layla and Mason, I give them a B+ because they're good teamwork. If they ever make a women's Evolve Tag Team Championships, I don't know if they ever will, but if they do, that's a good running. I don't want them to be a Jakarta Lash situation where one becomes better than the other and then that one gets fired. And then Mason becomes all evil. Oh, I don't need that shit. Last Legend right now, NXT, you ain't working for me as the evil woman. You just no. But
I don't have to be a heel.
Nikita Lyons, I think, and I'm gonna say this now as a prediction: all NXT people that come from NXT to Evolve, they never lose. I kind of feel that way. I kind of feel it because King didn't lose. And we'll talk about another person didn't lose, and then Nikita Lyons didn't lose.
He actually won. I don't remember that.
Lexus King won.
Yeah, he won
against Shawn Legacy. So that's just weird for me. But for me, rating, I give it a B overall. But for Zeta Steel, you get this. Now,
do we have the clip of somebody saying, "Hey, everybody, boo this woman"?
Oh, you mean this
one
right
for
here?
Her.
Oh, right here. First episode, ladies and gentlemen. First episode. Match ended at 7 minutes 49 seconds because it felt long, but it wasn't. Thank you for Terrell for all the notes. Next up, we get a Troy Underwood was introduced in a video package, and Miss Cardi M went to the kitchen and came back, and he wasn't Troy Yearwood anymore. He was Jamar Hampton.
I was
like the kitchen's not even that far away. It's like 10 feet.
I was looking at the TV like the whole time the promo was playing, and somehow in my mind I heard him like bragging about himself, and then the part about his name being different just never happened. So then Jamar Hampton comes out, and I'm like, "Who is this? I thought it was Troy Yearwood fighting. Who is this?" And he's like, "That is Troy Yearwood." I'm like, I was what happened?
Well, it's called life, girl.
Mandela effect? Like, I don't know.
It's called life. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, Chelsea was checking her Facebook, but not Facebook, TikTok. No, well, yeah, you was checking your
yeah.
TikTok, and then you had looked up too, and
Oh, wait a minute, hold on.
wait, what?
Wait, what's going on?
Like, where is she? Jamar?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a great thing. Well, I mean,
No, I mean if that's like his name and that's what he wants to go with, he
Right.
wants to like rebrand more authentically. That's cool. I just genuinely
he can't.
didn't
No,
see
no,
that.
it wasn't him. It was the company saying you can't use your name. You have to give us a name. Well, I'll give us a name. Troy Mumftree. No, we'll give you Jamar Hampton. All right.
Well,
I guess.
Well, CJ did point out at least it's not Jamal.
Yeah, Jamal. Yeah. Well, let's hope. Let's
Jamal would have
hope.
been typical, well, stereotypical, and that would have been kind of,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but their track record with saying names is not that good. We hope that your Jamar Hampton
I feel
is
like
not a serial killer name or other things
Well,
like
no.
Blake
Yeah.
Monroe and her 80s porn.
I was gonna say I feel like the commentators had to stop themselves from just saying Jamal every time. It's like the R almost turned into an O
Okay.
every time. But anyway.
Now, take it to the L. Speaking of that, Callie Armstrong is out there in the back. She sees Natalia. I was like, hey, what's up, girl? Because Natalia's lost in Evolve, apparently. Oh, like, I didn't need your help. Like, and I love that Natalia was like, yeah, you did. You needed my help. You would be getting beating up by 2 white girls. So, sorry. Here's some advice for you. Like, when you're the champion, like, swallow your pride a little bit, because guess what? We have a match between Zeta Steel and Nikita Lyons next week. So see you later, champ. And then you see, which I like to call the 2B version of like Sadness by Callie Armstrong. She's like, what did I do wrong? I'm like, all right, damn it,
Yeah.
motherfucker.
Yeah,
She
a
look a
song
little
had popped in
tired.
my head. A song popped in my head when she did that. You know the ending credits to The Simpsons?
Yeah.
That's the
Dun, dun.
song that popped up in my head
Yeah.
when she did.
Yeah.
Oh, man, crazy as hell. But let's get to this.
Hmm.
EOD, what's your thoughts on this backstage and the setup for next week between Natalia, Callie, and the white bitches?
Well, I actually thought that was going to be the match this week and everything. So when I saw Nikki, and then when I saw him, I was like, oh, I guess maybe I didn't remember that they set up the match or something. But I thought they set it up last week that this was going to be the match because, you know, they jumped her and everything, and the way Evolve moves, like, okay, yeah, thought it was going to be this week. So I did like the fact that they actually showed how Nikita and Steel as a team first. So that way it's like, okay, they actually do work together, team. So now when they do face them, it's like, okay, they got some type of continuity between them. And I don't know what that's going to look like for Callie and Natalia next week, because Callie clearly doesn't like Natalia at all. So I think maybe it's going to go in a different direction than it's supposed to go. And the Yearwood thing, I was going to just say, I actually did see it, and I was like, the actual transition of the name, like it was like Troy Yearwood, and then it transitioned to Jamar, and I was like, oh, okay, that was weird, but they're doing name changes now, so they're just leaning into it. So
Thank you for that. I forgot to ask you. My apologies on that. And yeah, it's fucking stupid, the transition film. Like, just do the bit witched on her too. Do, and then you just turn to Jamar Hampton. Like, everyone
could
does
have
the witch thing.
just called him Jamar Hampton, and I would have not even really noticed, probably. I didn't watch LFG, but I guess because you had the Blake thing with Mariah May the day before, with the teasing and the teasing. So now they did this, and like, oh, you could have just did that and just say, oh, it's Jamar Hampton now, and would have been like, it's wrestling, we get it. But that was like, okay, that was different. The transition on TV, like, oh, this is my name. Well, not anymore. It's this, and it's like, oh, okay. Well, it's a choice.
It is. I'm very curious. Like, okay, so I did some digging into it, and apparently they filed the trademark like April 27th, which was only 2 days after this episode was filmed. So the episode was filmed like a month ago.
Yeah,
which is crazy. April 25th. But it makes sense that they had to like announce the name change because they were teasing at like a Troy Yearwood and It's Gal match.
Yeah.
So, but I guess they just decided to do it right before the match. But I'm just very, I don't know, I'm very curious why. Like,
It was just the way they did that was crazy. It was just like, it was headed on a thing, and he says, and then it just fizzled away. It didn't have the new name fizzle in. And I was like,
oh my God.
That's how it happened. So,
I
am
hate
no
that
longer.
shit.
I'm shedding my skin as Troy Yearwood. I am now Jamar Hampton.
And I'm sorry for this, sir. I'm gonna have to use this as the next. Next up, it's Gal versus Troy Yearwood / Jamar. I'm gonna call them both because until he figures out his own self. In the beginning, I did like the commentary was like Peter Rosenberg was saying like, I don't know why Gal is trying to act all buff and muscular. Has he seen Jamar Hampton? He's like twice his size.
Right.
And another commentary which said Peter Rosenberg, when you look at Jamar Hampton, like who do you compare yourself to? He's like me.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I love that Peter Rosenberg said this. I'm like, all right, I will admit you are kind of jacked, but he literally is twice your size, dude. And he's like, yeah. So first off, Robert Stone must be fucking uber jacked to be half the size of Jamar Hampton. Like, what the fuck? But test of strength, back and forth between test of strength of It's Gall trying to do like test of strength, and then Jamar was trying to take control of it, but he kept on hitting the foot, hitting the leg. At a certain point of the match, Jamar Hampton, Troy does a big boot to It's Gall. Gall puts the ropes under him, and then that's the part that we both saw that he kind of like took the other leg and spun him upside down, and he landed on his head on the ropes.
Like on his back.
Real fucking flat. Then it's Gall started dominating the leg, doing nice little drop knee hits to him back and forth. This is the part I loved, and I have actually a clip of this. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're bored and you're jacked and you have nothing else to do, you have this.
that was a good spot. I did like that.
That was a good spot.
Yeah, that was tight.
I want to put that out there. Like they again, It's Gall's doing the muscle thing, but then I'm noticing like it's okay. And I have nothing. I can't remember his name. Michael J. White. Thank you, Michael J. White. Troy Yearwood has Black Dynamite body, and then you look at It's Gall, and you have the gall to compare yourself to him. How does that fucking work out? But in the end result, I do love this. I had to correct myself for this. I have it right here in the notes. I love this guy for this. In the closing minutes, Hulk-like strength shone through. Hampton hit a belly-to-belly overhead suplex, then a power slam, reminiscences of the attitude adjustment for the pin at exactly 6 minutes 29 seconds. Thank you, Terrell. But it wasn't a attitude adjustment. It was Keith Lee's Big Bang Theory. But when I said it, I said BBC. And my girlfriend like, huh? I'm like, I'm sorry, not BBC, BBT.
I didn't hear you say that.
I said, I'm like, it's the BBC. Wow. That's what they used to call it. They're like, it's the Big Bang Theory. Like, no, it's the BBC, bro. It's the BBC when that motherfucker does it. But for the 1, 2, 3, Cappuccino Jones, who is that? Brandon B-Mac, you need to watch freaking Evolve. Flake, all right. So what are your thoughts, by the way, for the 1, 2, 3? Like I said, I give this match A-.
Yeah.
It's Gall doing action figures, and this guy doing dumb shit was funny. And Jamar Hampton showing us that you can break one of his legs and he can power out of it and still do a Big Bang Theory and still get up. Holy shit. A-. Cardi M?
Yes. For me, this match was also an A. Honestly, it was a good match. I mean, It's Gall is still a cringy character, but it was a good match.
Okay. EOD Wrestling, thoughts and rating.
It was a good match. I did like the fact that this is my first time ever watching Jamar because I didn't watch LFG. This is my first time seeing him. So I was impressed. I like the gimmick. I don't know how it's gonna go. If he's gonna be a face, a heel. What is the modern day Casanova? Got the music going. I did like that.
You did like that, yeah.
And It's Gal. He kind of reminds me of a buffer Heath Slater for some reason. I don't know. It's got like the comic to go, but he can actually really go. So it was a good match. I give it a B+.
Okay. Oh wow. All right.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that. Okay. TJ Wolfie Terrell, thoughts and rating.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a pretty good match. So yeah, I'm gonna get it an A too.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay. Terrell.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a match an A as well. The match was very entertaining. It's Gall. I ain't gonna lie. I actually find him very entertaining. For real. He's more like a comedic version of Chuck Norris. I don't know. He has like that 80s thing going on, which I like that. Shit, if it was possible, I wish he could have a faction with the Outrunners, but that's wishful thinking right there. The Outrunners from AEW. But yeah, that's wishful right there. But no, yeah, if y'all don't know who the Outrunners are, y'all need to go check them out. They're funny, and their vignettes are
that's the
absolutely
80s
nostalgic.
group, right? On
Yeah.
yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah, that
Yeah.
Okay.
And then Troy or Jamar.
Yeah.
It was my first time ever seeing him too. I didn't watch none of LFG, but what I can say is that he definitely put on a good show for real. So yeah, I'll definitely have to give it a A. Yeah.
Okay. Damn. I like that. And like as we send off this match with this.
Because when you're in mid-condition, there is no competition, dummy.
He was the dummy guy's ass kicker.
That was a cool line.
I have clips of everybody. They always gonna make their own little sound bites. Next up, we have useless Chewy Martinez eating off a burrito off his asshole, interviewing Marcus Mathers.
I
I don't care. He's useless. He's wearing the same shirt from Worlds Collide. How the fuck is that happening? That means he had that for a month. Come on, man.
Guess they just taped everything on the same day.
Exactly. It's taped.
Probably the same freaking day.
No. This was taped a month ago. Marcus Mathers is not it's not a sneak project. Marcus Mathers is a person that's been months and the same shirt was on that same motherfucker. God. Useless Chewy. Anyway, talking about Marcus Mathers, he talked about again. I love that he talked about his 600 plus matches, and I love that he's talking about being in Evolve. His next point is NXT. Also, Troy Yearwood. I want to go back to a little bit of Troy. He's a poet. He wrote this: "Roses are red, violets are blue. Once I'm done with Evolve, I'm going to NXT too."
Yeah.
And I have to and you know what?
Poem is a classic.
Okay. Thank you. I have to put this. That's for Troy. That was a bad poem. But after what are your prospects, CJ and Terrell, now that this is the second time where they showed Marcus Mathers? Most people like Hayes Jamison got one promo, and then the other girl got one. The summer girl got one promo, and then we never see her again. He has two.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts, CJ? We'll take Terrell.
And Marcus Mathers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I look forward to seeing him though. He's pretty good. I seen like clips of his matches on Facebook and everything, and he's pretty good. So I look forward to seeing what he's gonna do in the ring. So they getting him like a couple promos. So yeah.
Okay.
Look forward to it.
Yeah,
Terrell?
I'm not familiar with him, but I can say he does look like a young Eminem.
Yeah.
In a weird way. So I don't know if there's any relation, but I'm pretty sure. Well, no, I can't really say I'm sure that he would have stated it because Sasha Banks, it took her a good little minute to announce that she was related to Snoop Dogg. So
yeah,
it could be some relation there, but I'm looking forward to checking him out and see what he can do. Okay,
I get that. Cardi M, your thoughts on Marcus Mathers from Philly, 600 plus matches?
Damn, that's a lot of matches. I'm excited to see his debut, honestly. I mean, the promo, it felt a little rehearsed, but it was a good promo. And yeah, that's all I have to say. I mean, he seems to have proven himself, and they're trying to hype him up for Evolve. So,
all right. EOD Wrestling Hub?
Yeah, the first time I saw him was last week. So
yeah,
Evolve is doing a good job of making him feel like he's a big thing compared to the rest of the people that we're going to be seeing soon. So I think they're going to give him a big push. So let's see what he does. He could be a future champion. Who knows?
Yeah.
All right, I'll give you that. He reminds me of the guy who fought Ibushi in the Cruiserweight Classic, the one that Daniel was commentating. It was one of his best friends, and he hit Ibushi with the burning hammer. I forgot what his fucking name is, but he reminds me of a young version of that guy. So anyone down in the comments, if you remember who that guy was, I forgot what it was. It's been so long. I hope he's good. I mean, a lot of young guys are coming in, skinny motherfuckers. So he better be a good ass. He better be either like a young technician, submissionist, or just a striker, like an Aleister Black. Hit it with the back leg, and knock him out. I don't know, but let's see. Oh my god, I don't know why they did this because I don't even know why the fuck. Okay, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we ask the questions and they come back to us and haunt us because the question is this:
I want to know what's in this backpack.
I don't, but I want to say the notes that Terrell put out there. Joining the race and delivered a personal vignette reflecting on his nomadic life. That's so cute that he said nomadic, and relentless pursuit of a shot in WWE. Okay, here's the reality of it. This guy was trying to and Cardi M said this. He's trying to romanticize homelessness. This isn't nomadic life. He literally said, "You know how it is to buy the cheapest meal at McDonald's just to use the bathroom, to take a shower and clean yourself up." That means, okay, mind you, you have been working in ROW. You have been doing matches. That means you've been getting money in your hand. You choose to be a stingy motherfucker and go to no. I know this now. I know this is now. He's not a nomad. He's a stingy homeless man.
You know how much it costs to rent a personal
Stingy homeless man.
Yes. Guess what? You can go to Motel 6 and pay $30 and put a chair on the door and hope for your life that no one breaks in.
That part,
but you got $30.
That part when he was like, "Oh, I can't even remember the last time I've been in a hotel." I'm like, "All right, you're selling this."
Yeah, because he's too cheap. He doesn't want to go 4 ways on a hotel. It's $25 though. He reminds me of the guy from the Low Down Dirty Shame. That one that had a whole bunch of dollars, but only wanted to buy one rib. Shout out to Chris Rock.
Oh, Chris Rock.
Yes.
He's a man with a dream. He's wrestling. He's going around the states. You know, he just doesn't have a home. He's
stacking his paper up. That's what he's doing.
Yeah, because all his money's in his fucking backpack, apparently.
I hope it's not in the backpack.
Yeah, I hope not.
That would be funny though if they actually do a match where they open up the backpack and then like money flies everywhere, like just going crazy. Oh, God. So I love that shit. But either way, what are your thoughts, CJ Wolfie and Terrell, on this? You call it nomadic. I call this homelessness. All right. What are you calling this guy?
I don't know. It's a facade. It's something weird going on.
Yeah. Like you just like you putting on something. What is you trying to put out here?
Yeah.
Still curious. What is it? Seriously, what isn't that bad though?
Yeah.
So he don't live nowhere. Like he has no home.
Nope. No.
He gets the cheapest meal on McDonald's menu.
To use the bathroom.
He goes to different places just to use the bathroom, and I know what that's like. I know what it's like to have to struggle and start over and not be able to, go to your home and stuff like that. I know exactly how that feels, but like that wasn't my choice.
With a smile on his face.
I want to choose that with a smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm okay sleeping in train stations. I'm like, you shouldn't promote that. There are people watching this, and they're gonna be like, I'm gonna be like him.
This was just not it. It's nothing else.
It's gonna turn out. He's got money. He's just doing it because he wants to do it.
I was thinking about that. I was thinking that he must have, like, when he was a kid, he saw Raven and he idolized him, but didn't understand the assignment. So he's just like, I'm gonna be Raven. I'm gonna be a bum. Like, no, Raven wasn't a bum.
And the other
Raven
thing
was just a rebel.
Okay, so I mean, being the opposite of what Alex said, the thing I'm thinking is like, okay, so WWE is openly advertising the fact that one of their employees is straight up homeless.
Yes.
Does that mean that's how badly you're paying the people that work for you?
No,
they're homeless.
They'll save their asses. Like, we give them a check. We don't know what he does with that check, and he passes his drug test every single time. So ultimately, we really don't know what the hell he does. Like, I hope they even do a drug test. Like, we need to do a drug test, dude. Like, oh, I'm clean, and like, dude, this again. This is more interesting than Zeta Steel.
They're going to do a backpack on a pole match. Watch.
Yeah.
You know what I think it is? I think it's psychological. I think it's deeper than what we know.
Yeah.
Maybe he's afraid of being broke. So he's calculating every single step he takes in life, but it gets to a point to where it's like, okay, we should be concerned because you don't want to at least get an apartment. I mean, hell, you got enough money to build an underground bunker to live in. Like, what you need, privacy?
Remember, he is a 10-year vet too, so it's like maybe
Yeah.
you know, like you were saying, the afraid part of it and stuff. Like, hey, I've been in for 10 years. I'm just in the vault.
It's kind of scary.
So
It is kind of scary, dude. If you're gonna do the Rambo thing, then fine. If you're going around Canada, Mexico, and America wrestling, find forest and make little tree bunks there. I don't fucking know, but honestly, like it's it's weird.
John Rambo.
He's gonna be a John Rambo. But let's move on because we'll talk about John. We'll talk about Jordan Oasis and the what ifs for hours.
Or maybe
quite interesting.
You know what? A better gimmick would have been Survivor Man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That makes more sense. You know, like I live in the wilderness. I fucking hunt deers and shit. I'll be killing them motherfuckers. I'll be eating them hoes. I'll be putting them in a motherfucking. I'll put them in a bonfire, grill this shit.
You can add on to that and do like a millennial Survivor where he's like, oh man, this fucking box lunch is really cold. I'm like, I got you, bro. And then he just goes outside and makes a stove and makes a fire right then and there in the parking lot just to heat up your box lunch. Just like right there. That's it. Like I got a whole bunch of MRE packets, dude. I got that shit from the fucking from Goodwill. They're just throwing that shit away, bro. Give
You
me
know
that.
what's funny? I actually have some MRE packets.
I do too, sir.
I'm in Florida, so
I do too, sir. Oh my god.
Yeah, those MRE packets come in handy.
They do. They do, but it tastes like shit. But let's talk about something else. Not taking like shit, but
Not
tastes
that
like
ravioli
good.
one. That beefaroni one is good.
That is good. That is good. That is good. The chili one, depending on when you got it, is good too.
Yeah.
But let's get to the main event, ladies and gentlemen. Wes Lee versus Cappuccino Jones. The pot is hot, and it's at the boil. And by the way, I totally forgot that we actually have a button for that.
Chewy, the pot is hot tonight. It is extra large.
That's the law.
He loves those. He did say the pot is hot. He loves saying that shit. I don't know why. That's his
He's
gimmick.
gonna get that over. Yeah,
he's trying to get it over.
Gimmick.
He's working the gimmick too damn much, actually. Back and forth, fast-paced action. 2 minutes in, exactly 2 minutes. Thank you, Terrell, for this. There was a beautiful drop kick that was landed on Wes Lee's face. Just perfect. Wes Lee was bumping for this motherfucker. He was bumping for this guy. So I want to put that out there. Backslide against Cappuccino Jones after that. At a certain point, not so much into the match, but at a certain point, let's see. Oh, here we go. Spinning leg lariat and Michinoku. Yeah, there's a spinning leg lariat, and then Cappuccino Jones does a Michinoku driver for a 2 count. Every time he's doing a special, he's getting closer and closer and closer, and Wes Lee is getting more shocked and more shocked and more shocked.
He keeps going for the head, man.
When TNT see that Wes Lee's in trouble, they get on top of the ring. Wes Lee hits one. Not Wes Lee, sorry. Cappuccino Jones hits one of them. Cappuccino Jones misses the other one. Jack Cartwheel said, "Fuck this shit. I'm just gonna do a dive into one of them," and he kind of like he grabbed him. Like the other guy grabbed him, but he was going so fast that they slid into each other and just landed on the floor. Like, blah. I'm like, all right, that's pretty cool. And after that, at certain points, Wes Lee was trying to do something. He got to the outside. Cappuccino Jones did this, and Wes Lee, what are you doing, man?
BBL, Drizzy, and Wes Lee.
Gonna shock the world. This match continues.
He sold the hell out of that.
He sold his booty sold the hell out of that too for a couple seconds. After that, he went back inside, and there was a little back and forth. TNT and Jack Cartwheel got ejected from the match right then and there. After a couple back and forth, I have it right here. After 450 slash miss, Jones attempted I want to put that out there. Jones did the shot of espresso. No, try to do the shot of espresso. Try to do the caffeinator, missed. Then later on, he did the shot of espresso, and then this motherfucker did this.
Cappuccino Jones calling with a shot of espresso. Cappuccino lives and the caffeinator's going for a pin. Can he take out Wes Lee?
Should have been
Yeah.
a 3.
Yeah,
Should have been a 3.
Yeah.
Definitely should have been.
We thought it was.
But it was
3.
beautiful. Again, landed on his head again, but in a corner way. I'm like, this motherfucker's going hard. I love that shit. He did a caffeinator. Lee responded with these desperation rolls up and built momentum. The climax. Shout out to Terrell for this. The climax sees that Wes Lee is struggling. Wes Lee is gasping. And Wes Lee, for some weird reason, and by the way, they brought up that he's a Dusty Cup winner, tag team champion, one of the North American champion. You have to degrade yourself to do this?
Way out. That one mistake is such a difference maker. Roll up. And Wes Lee was attempting to use
What the fuck, Wes?
I thought that's desperation. It is.
My bad. I forgot I actually said that. What the fuck, Wes? That was me.
He is heel.
He is heel. But it was just like, even the commentators, because Stone was like defending Wes Lee. No, he's just like, he's taking his time, you know. He was saying something about cowboys, like either cowboys or horses. I'm not really sure which one was which. Wes Lee, he was saying a lot of weird things about Wes Lee, Cappuccino Jones. In the end, he kind of almost poked him in the eye. Cappuccino Jones tried to do something. Wes Lee kicked him in the back of the head, and then did the I don't know what's it called. I forgot what it's called. It's called
the
cardiac kick.
Yeah,
thank you. Cardiac kick for the 1, 2, 3. And I told Cardium, cardiac kick in NXT is a guaranteed 2.99. That's been established. And Evolve 3. 10 minutes, 28 seconds.
Not bad.
TNT come out. They were like all dogging on Cappuccino Jones. The ref's like, I'm going to protect him because I'm his angel. No one's going to touch him. Stay away from him. They stood tall for the ending of the show. I give this match an A+. Cappuccino Jones did great. He's a little too fast for his own good, a little too choreographed in the beginning, just a little bit. But the ending, the finisher, the showing of the storyline that Wes Lee had to resort to cheating to win, when the guy was talking all that shit for the whole week, I'm the best, I can beat him like it's nothing, and you had to cheat. That's all I say. And then the whole BBL Brizzy. I'm sorry, that's forever. I'm gonna take that clip and make it a clip for the show for later. Cardi M, thoughts and rating.
This was a damn good match. I give it an A. We've already talked about it. It was a good match.
CJ Wolfie and Terrell, thoughts and rating.
Oh yeah, I really enjoyed this match. They both showed out, and yeah, I give this A+.
Okay, I give that shit. Damn, nice. Terrell.
Yeah, I'm gonna get this match an A+ as well. It was a very good match from beginning to end, and they both showed out and did their thing. So yeah, definitely got to give it an A+. And I love the cardiac kick, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was perfectly on the back of the head, just like right scooped in. Pop. 1, 2, 3. I love that. EOD, thoughts and rating of the match.
All right, so I gave the Jamar match a B+ because of this match and everything.
Yes.
So I thought this match was an A. I thought it was better than that match, so I didn't want to give him the same grade.
Okay, I'm sorry. Yes.
So I like the part where Wes Lee stomped on Cappuccino's head. They were just holding there for a little bit. That was good. So yeah, this was definitely A. This was the best match on the card. So and it made both men look strong, even though Wes, he attempted to cheat, but he got caught. So to me, it's like he didn't really cheat to win. He tried to cheat to win, didn't work, but then he got it clean. So as he should. So
as it should. Sorry about that. Asking for the rating for Jamar. My apologies for that. And thank you for the rating of Wes Lee and Andy. As an overall rating, let's go back to you. What would you rate Evolve as a whole this week?
Oh, back to me. It was pretty much an A show. The one match was like okay, but the two matches, like the Jamar match and this match, to me made it feel overall an A show. So
Okay. All right. Cardi M.
I agree. This was an A show for me too. I mean, all of the matches had potential and they were entertaining to watch. Again, the commentary is on point. The main event, it was a good 10-minute match, and like they even said at the end, you know, on record, Wes Lee won, but in our hearts, or there's a bigger story here. That yeah, it was Cappuccino Jones.
Mhm.
So I did like that they really did show him out, even though he wasn't going to win the match.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
overall, A.
All right, me A+ because I liked all three matches. The tag match, the real life Ken doll versus the fucking real life Black Dynamite, and the ending.
Yeah.
Great freaking showing.
And I'm very excited for this Callie and Natalia match because I like the Natalia doesn't give a fuck that Callie's being a bitch to her. It's like, no, look, like
I hang out with Nia.
I'm better than you.
I hang out with Nia Jax every week. I've dealt with this shit every week. Okay, this ain't new to me. All right. Have you heard of a woman named Rhea Ripley? Oh my God, she's a bitch. Okay, that's what I gotta say about that. But CJ Wolfie Terrell, overall rating of the show.
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. This is a really good show that day. So yeah, I'll give it an A too. They have all three matches have been great, especially the main event and all the vignettes we getting, especially someone new with Mathers and with Jamar. And Jamar.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a really good show. Yeah, I'll give it an A+.
Okay. Terrell?
Yeah, from the beginning segment all the way to the main event, I'm gonna give the match an A+ as well. Everybody did their part to make this episode what it was, and it was definitely awesome. I would even say an S for superb. It was a very good episode.
Yeah.
My bad. I was sitting up here laughing. I was watching Rob Stone being escorted out the TNA arena. They started it from the beginning again. So I thought that was hilarious.
Okay.
Since we talking about Evolve.
Because he's everywhere.
Yeah.
He's here. He's in NXT. He's in TNA. This son of a bitch. But with that being said, I want to say two things since it was an A show.
Because when you're in mint condition, there is no competition, dummy.
Good for that, because an A show is better than NXT. Tell you that much.
NXT rarely gets an A from us.
It rarely gets a fucking A from us. But we want to say thank you for passing by. We will see you next week talking about episode 16, Natty and Callie versus Nikita Lyons and Boo this bitch fucking Data Steel. Most likely we will see Mason Holiday versus Chantal Monroe. We most likely will see that. Where the hell is Draco Knox? Jordan Oasis, I will give you some money off my PayPal so you can have a hotel for the night. Please, sir. There are rats and diseases on the streets.
He's not on a bus, baby. It's fine.
Oh, yeah. Bus is clean.
A bus station.
A bus. Oh, my God. This is 24-year-old here, ladies and gentlemen. You gotta know so innocent. Ladies and gentlemen, stay healthy. Stay happy. EOD Wrestling Hub, thank you for passing by. We will tag you in this video. Can you leave? Tell us your socials before we leave so everyone can find you.
All right. You can find me on Linktree/Edidays33, and you'll be able to find all my socials going to that link.
Nice. Awesome.
Nice. I got to do that soon.
Yes.
CJ Wolfie Terrell, say your socials, please.
CJ Wolfie 15 on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Chelsea J on also, and yeah, I'm on there.
All right. Terrell.
Yep, For Real Terrell on TikTok, Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, For Real Terrell Gaming, For Real Terrell Music. And shoot, you can find me on PSN. For real, bro.
That's right. Called For Real, bro. So check him out on PSN. You can find me anywhere. Recon Reactions or Alex Coquito, ALEXCOQUITO, Cardi-M. Where you can find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Cardala Muhammad, and you can find my Patreon there too. Or follow me on YouTube at the Noir Project. It's NOUR Project.
You made a new YouTube?
No, that's just what my YouTube tag is.
YouTube tag is.
But maybe I'll start posting soon. We'll see.
Stay healthy. Stay happy. Hashtag Evolve Beyond Limits. Hashtag Let's Evolve Together. Hashtag Zeta Steel is trash. Hashtag swipe right into the rat's anus. And remember, let's evolve together while where CJ Wolfie regrets being on this podcast. I will say this now.
Hey, swipe right.
Swipe left.
And it's done.
Thanks for watching, and remember, like, subscribe, comment, leave your thoughts down below, and all links are in the description. See you next time where we can evolve together. Coquito out.